Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Days, Season 7, Episode 16, The Razor's Edge. So we're just going to get on into it. First things first, it's great to be back. I did not make my vacation. It has been postponed. I was going to come out and do some recaps last week, but it was a hectic week last week and I was just not in the mood to do much of anything. But we are back again this week. I will be doing, right now I'm doing Before the 90 Days. Tomorrow I will be doing The Last Resort. And on Tuesday I will be doing Married at First Sight this week. So I'm just going to get back into the groove of my recaps. I did miss you guys. So anyway, yeah, so a lot went down in this episode. So let's get started. First couple I want to talk is freaking Brian and Ingrid. Now, last week, we saw Brian tell Ingrid that, he had the audacity to tell Ingrid that he feels like she's using him to bring her kids to America and everything. And last week, Ingrid just like stormed off and just like what the heck, the audacity. He got some nerve to tell her that, to be honest with you. Some nerve. Because he been leaving out so many things this trip. His lying about his age, lying about his wives and everything. Using his wheelchair as a crutch. And I'm sick of it. So in this episode, it's a continuation of that. Ingrid storms out of the restaurant and everything. She feels like he's like accusing her of being a prostitute or stuff and everything. And I'm just like, I think Ingrid has finally realized is that he's not the right one. So they go back to their hotels, and then the next day rolls around, and Brian wants to meet Ingrid because Brian is finally going back to America, finally. So he meets with Ingrid to discuss some things. He's just telling her, I don't hate you and everything, but the problem about that last conversation was he did not say I'm sorry. Ingrid was at least hoping that he would at least say sorry and that he didn't really and tried to even give him a chance to explain himself. But he didn't. He didn't really explain it. So he's like, we're just not a match, basically. And I'm like, I could have told you that from the beginning, that you weren't a match. Dude, seriously. You're not a match, and Ingrid just started crying and everything. And I really felt bad for Ingrid in this episode and everything. So they say their goodbyes. They did hug and say their goodbyes and stuff and everything. And Brian finally left Brazil to go back to America. So we might be done with Brian's scenes for now on. So we'll see how that plays out. So yeah, so that's good. That was Brian and Ingrid. Next couple I want to talk is a couple who I wish they would be done with their scenes. Would be Lauren and Faith. Disgusting Lauren and Faith. So Lauren, he's happy to get his little boyfriend status to Faith and everything. Now, I've seen an interview that he really just, we all know Lauren's really using Faith just to get to the Philippines. And I saw an interview where he kind of basically admitted to that, basically. Trying to marry a Filipino to live there and stuff. This episode, they go to he goes to this magic shop or whatever and everything. He wants to propose to Faith in a magic shop type thing, whatever. So he goes to this magic shop and, he tells them that he wants to propose to her and stuff and everything. And so they gave him some things and everything. Then we seen Lauren and Faith have this nice little romantic picnic and everything. I will admit it was beautiful and everything. So remember, Faith actually likes magic because in the beginning of the season, she did some magic and stuff and gave him some kind of rose in the beginning and stuff. So he actually wants to use a handkerchief and then one of those cloth things that never stop and everything until the ring comes out to propose. So he does that. He pulls out the ring and proposes. he said that he really loves Faith, blah, 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 and everything, that he wants to spend the rest of his life with her, blah, blah, blah. And to my surprise, Faith said yes to the proposal. And I'm just like, Faith, please don't, don't do it, don't do it. It would have been a nice romantic scene having if, like, Lauren wasn't as disgusting as he is and everything. Because I don't know. I just like he like it sounded genuine, but we all know it's not genuine. It's just not. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I understand, like, Faith. This is her first boyfriend as a trans woman and stuff and everything, so she just really wants to be loved and accepted by somebody who will give her a fair chance. And I get that fully, but girl, this guy, you can have any guy in this world, but this guy, this guy, he really makes me sick, and his smirk is starting to, like, really creep me out too. I mean, some of y'all could probably say some of the things I do or say can make y'all feel a certain type of way, and I'm sorry, that ain't my intention. But some things are just blatant obvious, like Lauren's smirk and his disgusting humor. It's just annoying to me, in my opinion. I just he just makes me sick. So I think that, I don't think that, I'm just really surprised that Faith said yes to the proposal. Really surprised, because Faith deserves better. She really does. So yeah, I'm moving on. Moving on. So the next couple I want to talk is Joe and Magda. So, Joe and Magda, not too many people have been covering them, because they were the last couple to come in late in the season, since Renee and Chidi are gone and everything. Last week they got into an argument because, Joe is frustrated that he hasn't been intimate with Magda, and Magda likes to rush things in a relationship. And they got into an argument last week about how, like, she rushed into that guy that she went to Germany with. So in this episode, they wake up, they decided to go to the beach and have, like, a romantic picnic and stuff on the beach and stuff. They had a conversation about that, and they just decided, we don't really want to fight no more and stuff and everything, so we're just gonna, enjoy ourselves and everything. Joe makes a good point. He says that, it's really important to get to know somebody. Yes, he wants to be intimate and everything. And, Magda's starting to kind of understand that and everything. But, here's the perfect example. Joe's a really family-oriented guy. Magda revealed that they're preparing to go meet with Magda's mother, for Joe to meet Magda's mother and stuff. And, she said her and her mom are close, but her and her dad, the mom and dad got divorced a few years ago, and it was pretty bad. And I guess, and I didn't know you could do this in Poland, Magda mentioned that she signed papers to not have any kind of, to claim that he is not her dad anymore. She says she doesn't want to open up on why, that she doesn't want nothing to do with her dad, but she signed papers to say that he ain't my dad anymore. And I'm just like, is that possible? is that really possible? Somebody let me know in the chat if that's possible, because I would like to know a little bit more about that. Because that's intense. She didn't go into detail, but Joe was just like, but this is why we need to get to know each other better, because, like, things like that. He said, I can't relate with what you're going through, but I understand that this is tough for you and stuff and everything. So, but I felt bad. Magda, like, she got really emotional when she was talking about that and stuff and everything, but yeah, I'm just, that just kind of blew me away when I heard that. It's like, you could just sign papers and say, you ain't my dad anymore. And then what's he going to be? Like, just your sperm donor or something? I mean, I know a lot of people who don't want nothing to do with their fathers, but they still like list them as their father, even though they don't have nothing to do with them. And like, correct me if I'm wrong, but we don't sign papers here to say that you ain't my father anymore. My, at least to my biological father, at least. Like, maybe if it was like foster care or step parents or whatever, you could probably do that. But I didn't know, like, biologically you can do that. So you learn something new every day. So yeah. So that was Joe and Magda. Next couple I want to talk is Tiger Lily and Adnan. So Tiger Lily and Adnan, they're in Turkey getting ready for Turkey Day. Now, their scenes were filmed last year in 2023. So, we just finished Thanksgiving a few weeks ago here. So their Thanksgiving was the 2023 Thanksgiving, not the 2024. Just if everyone's wondering. So Tiger Lily and Adnan decided to throw like a Thanksgiving dinner in Turkey for Adnan's family who flew in. Remember, they are from Jordan originally, but they're in Turkey because there's just a lot of stuff going on in the Middle East. So Tiger Lily, gets all the foreign food and everything, and she's trying to cook, and she has a hard time like reading the stove. The stove was in Celsius, not Fahrenheit. She was asking Adnan to help, and he wouldn't help. He didn't know what the heck he was doing. He was just like, so many questions, babe. And she was like, "What is this? What do you do when it sees this picture of a cloud on it or whatever?" And I'm just like, "A cloud?" And I'm just like, girl, just pull up your phone, please, and just convert it to everything from Celsius to Fahrenheit. It's not that hard. We could do it the math way if you want to. I can show you that later if you want. But just for sake of time and try not to burn your food, you do have a phone, right? So, regardless of that, she starts cooking and everything. She's a little disappointed that he ain't helping. So she cooks the food and everything. She's explaining a little bit more about Thanksgiving to Adnan. Adnan says he sees all of this like in the movies and stuff and everything. So Adnan's mom and brother came to the house, their rented property, their rented house for the dinner, and Tiger Lily explained how Thanksgiving works in America and everything, and the family was accepting of it and tried it and enjoyed it, which was cool. Then as they were talking, they decided to talk about Adnan like moving to America. Obviously the mom was upset to hear the news that he'll be going to America. But, Adnan said that he wants to go to America but come back every couple months to Jordan to visit his family and stuff. Tiger Lily did not like hearing that. She's like, we're trying to make a baby. By the way, rumor has it that she's pregnant and everything, and or had the baby, like pregnant or had the baby, one of the two. But if we're gonna have a baby, I'm not gonna like the fact that he's gonna be walking. He's gonna be going back and forth to Jordan and stuff. And plus, it really doesn't work like that. Don't you have to be like in the U.S. like for a certain amount of time before you can even like go back to your country? Like, I mean, maybe because with Tiger Lily and Adnan already married, so they're gonna probably apply for a spousal visa and everything. So maybe it comes like right away, but you have to wait. Like, you have to wait until you get like your travel documents, your green cards, and everything before you can even do that. And like, a lot of these like 90-dayers think that, once I come to America, I'll come back. You're not going to be able to come back for a while. You know, so it doesn't really work like that. So Tiger Lily's just like, is he gonna choose his family over our family and everything? Well, Tiger Lily, he is a boy. He is a boy. And, I saw picture, rumor has it that he is in America. I saw pictures of Adnan and like in America and stuff. Why is he dressing like a gangster? He is really like, this is like getting like really really like scary, because like like I don't know. I don't know if he's just trying to prove a point or if that's really gonna be him, or I don't know. Like I hope not. And when I say dressed like a gangster, he's like wearing like baggy clothes, wearing bandana, looking like this in his pictures. Like that. Trying to be cool in high school type person and everything. But I don't know, and I apologize if that offends anybody or if I have my viewers that that do dress like that. I'm not saying if you dress like that you are one, but it's just how Adnan acts and everything. I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, that was Tiger Lily and Adnan. Next couple I want to talk. Speaking of which, let's go to Niles and Matilda. You know, Niles, I had high hope for Niles and Matilda this season, and I still do. But Niles has been like a little bit of a disappointment with his lying and his deceiving. So, as a couple weeks ago, we found out that Niles had lost his job before he came to Ghana and stuff to see Matilda. And last week, we saw Niles call his family to tell his family that he's getting married to Matilda, and that conversation didn't go well. We didn't hear what his parents had said, but he kept on saying, "Father, it's not right for you to say that. I am ready. If you could paint a picture of a girl for me, this is who it would be," which was really sweet. But, his family is not being supportive of this, so that's why he has Mr. Ark. Now still needs some extra money to pay all this bride price, the wedding and ceremony and all this crap and stuff. And he only has like 1,600 cc's or whatever, and it's like 4,700 cc's or whatever it's called, and whatever it is in Ghana, whatever. And so this episode now has had to go to Mr. Ark to see if he can pay the remaining balance so we can do this wedding. By the way, it is wedding day too. So he goes to Mr. Ark, and Mr. Ark was like, first things first, put your arms behind your back, put your thing down, put your arms behind your back. You talk to me. When you talk to me, you talk to me like this. When you greet me like this. Father, how are you today? Or something like that and everything. And I was just like, "Ooh, okay." Mr. Ark is a little bit like, I tell you what, some people, this area, where I'm from, we could use a Mr. Ark. Like, I can tell you that, because like he demands his respect one way or another, and he's like, "I am your father. You will respect me like this," basically, like Luke, "I am your father," kind of like that Darth Vader type thing. So, he talks to Niles, and he asks Niles, "Are you ready to be a husband of Matilda? Are you going to be able to have a wife and the kids and everything?" And Niles, just like, "Yes, I think so," and everything. Then Niles broke the news to Mr. Ark to saying, "I don't have much. I lost my job and everything." This is what irritates me. Mr. Ark was like, "How you coming here to Ghana and everything? You're from the U.S. You don't have any money. Everyone in the U.S. should have money," or something like that. This irritates me so much. Foreigners always think that us Americans are rich when we're not. We are not. Yes, we may not be in the complete struggle like you guys are going to, like how it is over there, but it's not. But that doesn't mean anything. The cost of living here is pretty bad too. It's pretty, well, not bad, but high. We're not rich. We're not billionaires. And so, okay, some people are, but the average American is not. And the average American struggles just as much as the average foreigner does, in my opinion. So it annoys me when foreigners think that, like, especially when Mr. Ark said that, "How are you American and don't have like basically no money and stuff and everything?" But, but I digress with that. So Mr. Ark said, I'm really disappointed to hear this. Now, Niles said that, he has he's had a couple interviews and he has something, might have something lined up when he gets back or whatever. He said he was already looking for a new job anyway for better pay and better benefits and stuff. After some negotiations and everything, Mr. Ark agreed to pay the remaining balance, but on one condition. And now this is where Niles is always being deceitful. Niles is like, do you promise to bring Matilda to America within a couple months? And he's like, yes, I can promise 3 months. And then he kept on changing it. He was like, she'll be here in 4 months. Then he's like, I'm for sure she'll be here in 5 months. I'm like, Niles, make up your freaking mind. Is she coming in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months? And we all know, especially, he's just it's a lot of this is wishful thinking for Mr. Ark, yes, because we all know that in the 90-day, and with the K1 visa or whatever, the spousal visa, yes, you're right. It could take as little as a couple, 4 to 5 months, up to 3 to 4 or 5 years. So remember what, just ask the other fellow African buddy, Michael, on how long it took. So I know you got to do what you got to do, but your lying ain't gonna catch you nowhere. Just saying now. So I really hope Matilda can come to America soon, but I don't think it's gonna be that quick, in my opinion. So we'll see how that goes. But I can't wait to see their wedding. Maybe we'll see their wedding in a couple weeks. I don't know. And the last couple I want to talk is freaking Sonny and Vea. So the good news is Vea's ex Rory went home. He finally got on a plane and went home. Yes, so Vea can finally enjoy her time alone without no problems with that. Last week they all hung out together and they went on a safari and stuff, and we seen some stuff that I'm not going to discuss. Some animals and stuff that I really don't want to discuss. But in this episode, Sonny takes Vea dress shopping because she's gonna meet his Sonny's father. And, they're really strict on their, Muslim faith and everything. Sonny is not nearly as bad as Adnan, though. Sonny is more he wants her to be Muslim, but he ain't gonna, he's nothing like Adnan. So he gets her a dress and everything that covered, the main focus is Vea's tattoos and stuff. And, Vea said, I'm going to wear this dress, but, remember, I was, adopted into a cult, basically. I had to wear stuff like this, and the people who adopted me and stuff, they weren't really nice to me and everything. So this is kind of triggering. And he was like, I'm sorry, you don't have to wear this forever, just through the time with me and my dad and stuff. So they go to dinner, they meet the father. The father was like, she looks healthier in person. And I'm just like, nice. And she was like, and we were like, what do you mean? And basically she's like, she looks chubbier in our pictures. Nice. Real nice, dude. Nice. So, automatically Vea's getting upset and everything. And, the first thing it goes to is just about her tattoos. Sonny's father just kept on commenting about her tattoos. Tattoos is not good in our religion and everything. Are you a Christian? And she's like, yeah, you can say that. Okay, well, we're Muslim and everything. And, tattoos are not great. And, Vea tried to explain what her tattoos are. One was about the baby that she lost and everything. And it's something more meaningful and everything. And then Sonny's father is like, you don't have to get rid of your tattoos right now, but 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 months from now, you should remove it if you want to be with Sonny and everything. And, Vea is just like, I can't do this. And so she got up and left and everything. And she's like, Sonny likes it and everything. And she was like, no, I know my son and everything. So Sonny and his dad started talking about it, and Sonny is apologizing for her behavior and stuff and everything. It's like, I didn't want you to see this or whatever. So Sonny goes out to confront Vea, like, why did you leave like that? You know, I never bring a girl to meet my dad and stuff and everything. And she was like, you know, I'm having an anxiety attack and everything, and you don't understand that. Like, he was commenting on my weight, he was commenting on my tattoos. I just felt attacked. And, you know, Sonny, you know, he's trying to calm her down and everything, but he has a secret. You know, this is the first time I've been Team Vea. That, you know, in order for them to be together, you have to convert to Muslim. And we all know that Vea is not going to do that. And I agree with Vea. Like, staying your ground. You know, staying your ground with it and stuff and everything. It's not meant to do, like, you know, like I said, because, you know, I'm in, like, on this all season, especially with Adnan and Sunny. I'm not trying to disrespect the Muslim culture, but just those guys, and along with Mahood, well, like I said, I mean, Sunny's not as bad it's not nearly as bad as Adnan or Mahood, or how Mahood was, or even Muhammad. But, you know, the Muslim culture, like, and me and my mother were talking about this, is really strict. And it's really scary. Like, you know, the controlness, the abuse and everything. So, you know, I'm just calling it as I see it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful of it, but I'm just calling it as I see it. So, you know, judging by the previews of next week, we're going to see, like, Sunny tell Vea that she needs to convert to Muslim and everything. And she's going to say F that. And then they're probably going to have another storm off again. So, yeah. That was basically it, guys. We did not see Vanya and her little new like boo thing that we saw last week. Whatever we saw last week with Vanya, that was crazy because her and Bojo are broken up and everything. And I don't know what's going on with Vanya. I think it, you know, it looks like tension, like really wanting to get attention, but I don't know. We shall see. But anyway, guys, that's the end of my review. It's so great to be back and doing these. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back on tomorrow to recap 90 Day The Last Resort. So until then, y'all stay safe and have a good one. Bye, y'all.